the choice of running mate a deciding factor at the NPP. So to see nipa only will be a Ghana for ebe sonu mu brane. Ghana for beje this ampa enipa we because said you will see etieno. E was so you will be o se no pepe esuban ebe no. Na yankwa nim because me ti we minimum wi no na se mini wi for namo. Ye chi wo mu aye bechi mi bi. Ta na tie ana minimum sanum na me call drinking spot na da bia mete ho a obi a wo twa mu wo na ri bom animu a obaka se Kusi Boafo kura wo ka akorensanfo yi o ma enu nsen sa na tie eti do be yi no and be determine how far NPP will go in the next election. Or you good, or you excellent, or humility, sense of humility, or you medumano, or one brassier, or you diatem, or becasa, or she, or ye. Oh, sir, you know, be do it, you know. One way ya or becasa, not to say, I am more tear, no, you bubomu. No be adding in set piano because in so no mono a bit near a push you crack be we ambassador. Eti de wo di wachino wo yi no a onyi wo bia ne kasa mu ne niye mu respect your woman nipa ni bomu ne ntitiye mu wo efie ne ntitiye mu odi ne ko efa empanimfo mu a amanfo nim se wo ye enkwara mu amanfo nim se wo ye ne huni asem kese nipa de onye senti de but oni asem kese ne huni asem kese eba saa ebe boa enti saa wanhwa obeyi obi na fe wono ya ni campaign na nipa no no ye bana da bia ye discuss no na de wo ton no kura Ghana front na ni vision no Ghana fo hu no akoka sembi na Ghana fo mum ani atwe enu ewomo no wo pre no ani atwe akosi saa asem no so na no nkoa ne ye boho na bia ada no bia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kasa ye pa o wo ya die o ense no kura na nye banner headline bia de oyi no koka ye no na ye banner headline such persons entime mwa no afutuo nam de ma no osuma nipa ba no mi sia no na meneno ekaye nipa bebire hia mema me de asuma no se saa afutuo we me se omfa no ye ne saa ebe magidie kese aba NPP mu to yanto aba ni nyere ba NPP mu no efa kese no gina nipa bi mu ene ye nipa bi mu ekasa nipa bi mu esuban enema NPP for fa kese no a ebufu ye na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de minua no onye hwe ya odi adi bone kese edi onkasa ntia obi onwia obi esika ana onye hwe eti na ohwe na efini no nanso so enema nketinketi bi ebe frafet fam na ta de mu wanhwe yi a na ekwa akofa asem edi aba obu ho a okwa akoye okokasa mini ete se cosmetic yi ya obabu tibi coupons ebi a waye cosmetic yi wona nimu a na nimu asesa o be ware no a o ware ni wi a afi wanhwe ade ni duru fi abaka se wo be yi asesa enyo ono a mahu bida ya be ma ne se dabi no oba no wo ware no ne to soso de da ohu no se to na form afon aden eyeden se na ye form and oba no di kan adehye ansa na wa se jeans eguso e de BT be ma no it is a utu so awanhwe a obi be hye form e de akata ni suban so obi ebeye ebe keka na nim a polish na nim e de aba be kata ni suban so na bia ni suban no de wodi asie obawia ebi kura yi suban no kura di kura ansa kura ama okura uhu eti mesreno se enano eno o bibinti anko yama no a onhwe di anko yama ni nyina na on system no system na NPP for ene Ghana for mu se wa system mu a party ne be ya kono ami ato aba no e di ama no na me de me nkoka religion ade mi strong fere ene makoka setia religion makoka setia nkramo ene asanka mi si fie biem ka me ma be bome me wo fa ase no be bome obusuafo okura be empemasem me nan fofo okura empemasem kura biem etuminia me ntesa enya dia Kusi Boafo akasa asem we kwa me.
All right. Now, Mr. Bawumia, everyone can directly. I just say, what is asking we a small B, and answer what is Obi Akoka, say woman and our kind.
Intention free Obia so omo eba me ho no. Me say honorable Collins in team oba me ho. Yeah, bubusano. So ono na o change ma no koka asem no ana. Ana mumusa honorable Gideon Boako. So onu ne change ma no ekoka ya. Omo de omo aka kire mi se enye wo omo ada. Sa asem we de omo se na sa asem we de Kusi Boafo be da timi aka. Ama na timi ayi. Enya dia aka ana me ne wo omo susu hia enye ono nko a honorable Collins in team me ni hia ene nipa ewo ho. Nipa mienu no ono mo ewo ho. Dr. Bawumia no a machia no na enipa enso so ewo ho. So eya omu nyina hu bo ono a na yire kura machia no na enipa enso so wo ho. Nipa ne kwa de no omu do so broso. So
na Mr. Bawumia eden pa na obi betumi agina baby na dia wakasa asemi e dia found knowing very well says hasem no and see in journalism we call it disinformation na no sa no e ho tanti e na nipa mi ebidim sa na say e bia o ya de bu osuma se no bia nimti emphasize the way emphasize was
yo min ya Yesu Kristo ene kan e Bible mewom se enipa tanfo ni ni fiefo e bia running mate who aperi abai enti obiji di se oyusu sa asem no a ebeboa na ojidi se advice no so e bia media ma no e bia Dr. Bawumia ebefa na e bia ofa emwa no we mu nyina ya de abetimi do adwene asusu media menyi meduma adwene na asusu se betimi abasa so enti so bi wo ho no mo a na wontimi ne niema otimika hire enye etibia obi a we no ho afam ene obi anim se Kusi Boafo ko radio so de eye de nia asem we radio bi be frɛ no amanaka te se de wa frɛ mi enti sa de a yenunanum nkan enkoto asem we mfengu nanum ase kora nto ho ansa na waduru ho enkoto ni din wo kuronum takwa no a wo ba no ono na ofefefa gas ya kromu owo mu ko repu obi no oba enti kromu ha monye no zapa na tie ebia sa asem we sei ene ebia sa niema we bia betimi amanaba me nkopiri bi impri position bi e wo NPP muda me nkope MP me nkope running mate me nkope president kura enida na nado na appointe me ma ye madwuma wie ma betina fi me edwene me ho obi wo ho a party kura no kwa me sanka media research there ma ya ma party ni kura Central region ansan ne beba ban mu wo mo appointe me se penya research director e ma wo ampa me ye ma wo mo party ni tibi ba power 2016 ye ba power ni wie na ye to ababia na bibia ankoya se die se wini ye Samre no na bo jombo adunum ne sa na yema ni nyina ti committee me Kusi Boafo me kan ho me ni Evans ni ma akono mo former Joso MP ajei no so osaya jei no so kan ho bi e ma ye nyina ye nipa nua no so kan ho ye ba committee no so Evans so Asante region ya no ye youth organizer ono so no kan ho bi ye nyina kwatena nkran echi Ghana ha nyina the report by say ananu die ya yeto abaye ya di nkugu yi kwame obi akwa amfra me da musa me se Kusi Boafo udi ewo hin so ati ase eti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so ehunu saa de no se ye constitute the campaign team Kusi Boafo jinka ho ni dinka bibia ho ana ono afra me anopetutututu akura be CCM ebusa me se wahu list bi na me dinka ho na ye de abanya asemo adentra ewa chante regi ede na ekoso ena ono atu nipa ma wo mo ba me so ubusa no a obeka asem ni nyina akire wo enti me so mini party no ho ensembone party enukure ni nkan fentume ho ma ton party ni yie papa awo kwani asaso nyina ba bia metena bia age de wonte minka so
na Bawumia bidim running mate no o favorite bi o bana say afuto a de ban no na o CDP e kan say asimasi say ne betumi abo no na say asimasi say betumi abo no eno na e dia e din sanse wo na e ba na wato no mtu say in fact uta ebi achi ana say ususu say ana research e kire say e bia na ye di we emu ne kwa ana say wo di we e na bata wo ho a e betumi abie kwan e de ama 2028
kwame me tu manu tu sa but me research amaya hu de matie ni form ba bia makobia atie no so makofa bia no kwame na no me ko ya ka me ya drum promo last week
asi
me ko ho nyina me di fritachi man ekopie kentampo me ko mo eto aso savana na mandro ena me wo mu libesi enfa nkransa edi fi drobon kese edi fi kosi dinkra yefiri mu nyina de kokosi atebugo esa wo mu esa de bebebesi egira amanten ede na mu nyina ba busebusa NPP mpanifo nyina na grassroots ema o mu ka kire me point blank say nipa no a wo mo hwehwe no onyi obi a sebe ne kasa aye obu nipa onyi obi a ne grassroots no ebeji na tumu wo mu mpe obi obeka sem echena na wu defend no na fe more or less say wo deka o pese okoteka afa wu ko change prayers ya minia na the defenders na eba ya so o pese oteka enti ye behia more of people wo more or less the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia gina ha na ebi owa Greater Accra na nipa no susu gina ebi a Ashanti region ana Western region language de be ko pepepepepapa obia enfomfom nko kakasa tie biara na be wi ase no na akofa semaba because party no wo a lot of healing to do. Party no a lot of healing to do. It is a healing no ebi am free healing no omo kire me kwame ba ko omo say candidate ni good nanso party structure no ewo problem car no enye papa engine no enye papa spare parts bi aye dada ye wo si change na driver ne de wo ye na driver so uye se de nia ebu aye de be ma wo no ejina car no a wo ka no so
ta
o ka na practice a ye nim se wo na usuban ye no asa car ne sa wono wa twi adie ade nkrantie wona ade apempem ama ho atwitwi sa wono ama engine no mo oil wona ama car battery na wuo wono ama brake asa ye ne clutch ba tire awie enso bi a wo ka kire ka wo na no anaka wo na no kura no ente ase woje ya no de ko wo se fa kobra da bi a wo fa dasta enwu ko ho wona ne fitam wata ade mu nsai etika nenya driver no so ntade emu sai mo dani fitani by force minia tabi awo sekase so na diesel no ne oil so gu atadi o ka anya o be da se ho ahye te abota ya atwi ni
David
emre bia o ka ne ye engine ye na bibi ya ebebo ento o mu hia ka no a yatimi aye body works papa change apro ama yedi engine sim ama crutch no mu nyina no ne sa na ma ne di gearbox bibi aye kama brake battery o boss or starter na dem that type of car is what they need eno na driver no twa onsuru na driver utwi car uti mu a wo dia wo ye good driver ya wo di se brake yin mini a wo ye mu nhyehyɛ
ye ma hyehyɛ
very good edi ebe hia party structure do ya running mate no ono so te sa car no car ni brake ne cover o
yeah
uti noise bia na ye mu hyehyɛ no odidu achi how can you work sa na o mu ka kire me edi ewiansa na driver no nko ya ma oni ade o di ase ano me na driver bi we area ha me nia no okaka bi na ye 2000 and na ye oven bi
yeah
afi oba betwemu a oba ban kura obi emua no okọ na the dressing and na obi akọ sprinter mano 2025 me nia perhaps I want your fans here where you need to attend Quantan here.
life abom
Life, but your teacher to be a watcher. Watch Barcelona.
there's a canon hano na mo nya ono angasa
Kano na hano ankasa kano guna numase. Kano ama ne yire kura anhwe ye kura da bi otu fitemu kura ti obo ka chọ kan ko jare kura na pampa bi ado. Kana ma obia na onamo na manfo kura ye no ayi so afa duru bele bi mini ana na ben kura emo ye mo frɛ na ago oyi ni tiri eto nkyɛn a na enipa jeje ko mo ago ka e ba mo nte
I see
eti yam pet that type of thing sa advice ni bi na ebi a me ma ya ebi nu mo gise esitu ebi sinibi obi things be on follow within the criteria obi gidi se sebe wonye ayi na ne ukoyi kristo ni ba enkramofo beto amano
David
and you think of current president in kristo for enkramofo ntom man former vice president no ye candidate a kristo for to ma enkramofo nko an to ye a kristo for to be eti asam no yanka ne saa minua bi obi afa ne saa na ne nemamu edura omfa nkɔhye ne kahire onyere ne kom eti bi de kwa me de mi hu no na me gidi se mi ni di obi ofi se aha ne bi opress obuta mi bi obetimi abuta Kusi Boafo nya saa da ɛwɔ mabrabo no na da bi akɔ abeme nso me kɔpɛ president ni bi adia anaso omu ka se wo ho saa no mi so bi nya bi na chance ba mi mpe bi ndi sa mi so bi ye kristo ni senga nkramofo beto atia mi ana ho ano no de wo kodi president a ono de wo mpe obi epe na ja abasa so ati ase enti honorable Bawumia uye pona bayire ye no awo a anene agu ho kama akono enkofa urefu a wanwe ne sen ento so say udi ba bedi emwa
I see all right Mr. Boafo ebe janko no ha is asomo da etia ndi enya no ha me pa me besa no abonko bi
me akra me besra wo ate
wo ba ya che
ma ya boni o fi me why
no problem
ka kwa me de me ne wo
ensem bebre so ha me your opinion
kwa me nti ada me person me ba no
me ka che
wa fa send me
mate
ma be fie
mate Mr. Boafo
mate ya me wo ho adwen metimi di ama di mi ni ho adwen me ka che
the pass when you marry ya watch and semi here the impeding say and antina na pa me frɛ to me that's pa Mr. Boafo
yo we didn't come no ne munya adwuma
amen
ya se bebe ba ho a ya mo nche ano ma
na ka che no All right. This is a pure morning drive, Mr. Kusi Boafo. And I don't know a bonk bosses here. Me who I did a hardring into not my friend na you're not bonk man. Now some no ed puna and every for my nose go a couple. Puna near what did that? Puna near every river.
Say as a fish be.
Yeah. I know in Chumpa, until Pao no punana, or Pao function and a punano, until the Rufan Suswa, no Chumakusa, and as a gardeners, your bad girl, Mr. Bawumia.
Mr. Bawumia. Akasalemu makutibu.
That's a good thing. Wow, yes, Christo, my yes, and I saw Okazao.
I am of the view, say.
Yeah.
Nipa bia etimisua.
Okay.
There's a saying Prophet Kai. Osi rajulu la yadri wala yadri ka annahu la yadri. Fazalika jahilun fa'allimu. Osi nipa wonnim. Non wajidi sa adini minnim.
Okay.
Why ignorant teaching.
Okay.
But nipa on wonnim. No office wonnim. On no problem.
Okay.
Nipa wonnim no wajidi sa adini we minnim.
But there are some people too onim o channel so onfa.
I don't make nipa no any prophet can say I don't know office onim no. Who know who's onim no office dey okay that's the right thing.
Okay.
That's what the difficulties are. But some people you say adini minnim. That's why there's a one followers of prophets we defend the okay say on Arabic we say kaulula adri nisful ilm. Or say the word I don't know is a half of knowledge.
Okay.
So we say what is this? So I don't know. I say church the background or half of knowledge. For him to even accept the fact that I don't know knowledge.
Okay. Yes, the guy yes the fluorescent bone.
Yeah.
Yes, what try 99 times one year. And I'm also so a failure. So me, how can I be a failure? At least I have 99 ways. I will come one. And to be your bob.
Exactly.
And to me, I have knowledge.
Yes. So I win this application. I mean,
knowledge. Yeah, I have knowledge.
So I think so. We cry a running mate. Now be ankoya. We can still teach the person to do the right thing.
Okay.
I've been saying, sir, Bawumia in 2007, 2008, I'll be running mate for NPP. And the moment I started listening to Duero Kanawo or check. Now you have gone through with experienced politicians.
Yeah.
This in 2008. Who tell Bawumia will not be comfortable.
Yeah.
Political because they about one son of my comfortable. Because you compare the likes of Penophobia and Omurani with Akufado that time performing that dinner. So it's already a shakra. But with time, Bawumia has learned and become a very good person. So Mr. Bawumia would like to also train on also the current say, yes, we don't quite I have that experience, but when I go for a chance, you know, but correcting them, so come and let me also correct it. And I think say, if the apostles accept oh, and maybe I'm koye, Mokwame Nkrumah, but then I also want to correct it. Legend, he will correct it. But background or a medical doctor, some of these people are more very, very intelligent. And I think it's difficult to manocrass Obishia. Let's give him another chance. When we start to do changes at any election, tell you about it. Because when NDC was going to opposition in 2000, Mills Eddie Matamiru na running mate. Uncle Musu Matamiru na also we used to be Hamidu. I go for the continue as one second say. When you Matamiru was the Martin Lamisi Hamidu. I know him is so Muslim. Now I'm forcing but it was a heavy blow to Matamiru at that time. That's why Namukeno as one area. I'm so going to go more back on him. Okay, I say I don't know. I don't see a lawyer the same Matamiru na ne dime. Now I won't come out in the car. No because Hamidu. And this the Hamidu Abai. It sounds like I'm doing anything. And I know him. Or my colleague lawyer. The DNA Martin Lamis. That was the first time I heard them. Also the Martin Lamis Hamidu. Now Hamidu ni any saying about no Ankasa there. Oh yeah, and then this guy so and I'm my election in 2024 election. And I'm going for Mohamed Mumuni Bai.
Yeah.
That's Mohamed Mumuni. They lost the election again.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm maintaining Martin Lamis Hamidu could have. They lost election again. Since only 2008, I was out of a friend say, "Hey, Mahama Baye." You know, Omujai Matamiru because of Matamiru doesn't look Muslim. and work for Muslim, but they lost. But when they went back and brought in John Mahama, now a Christian background, they were able to win. So then maybe we say consistency in politics is so good. It will be very suicidal for Bawumia to say, so maybe I could read here. I'm not for maybe for that matter, some candidate. He can do it any choice. But then soon say I'm in Peru and I will say I could pass 1 minute election now. Confirm say since I'll be they want to change him. And because say who call first 1 year no sanipa and also work 1 year maintain it will also change you. So I'm saying say mama me am swallow the pills I be kunu.
Okay.
I believe say with Napo or pushing a crown or Napa. Some of these are more personal.
My principles have always been simple. Principles are only maintaining Bawumia. It's the same principle.
Should be applied.
And I say apply to Napo. Same thing. Same principle. Because why when it comes to Napo there, the principles should change.
And now legend they also enroll. You see, democracy no kakra. And they lost election because Napo is a Muslim, Bawumia is a Muslim. People move for both that day. You call prime minister Bawumia and so say there. Napo has someone always want to shift the polls. And the people say, remember me to be Napo is also very decent person. Napo is acceptable person. Or people doubt say Napo influence in the grassroots. The influence of Napo in the grassroots. Then the mood they shouldn't take away the fact that Napo and the background also mood. So to say who's Napo because if you say Biana about defense more than attack, you can tell the defender to attack and win a match. Obianum Kufo Kufo first of all. No a defender. Kufo. It was a president Kufo there. Kufo House of Oak. Kufo. A House of Oak coach and Granny. Something quick. I'm not turning into attacker. And you end up getting a goal king in African Champions League. I took a few. Yes. Say I took a few. So then you can turn a defender into attacker when necessary. So if a novice over Napo will be more defensive, you can turn him into an attack and it will work. So you don't say never be in my 10. Now I want to correct it. You will succeed in doing so.
Anyway. Now Dennis Kokwana says okay Kabum. Also for the past 2 years he has been very loyal to JP. And I'll say JP normally are more priced, more competitive and affordable. Now coin and then JP DNA 15.87 diesel. 15.87. There's a year 60 years. Okay, so otetem now Mills Matawasam no Agutia no sanete we are saying hano Agutia kakra no banyumia Agutia nzo amovuti designer we are saying but let me throw in this birthday dedication to one of our biggest technicians to say or Montreal. Wow. Montreal is in Canada. Na a friend Padmo Boachi na a technician and say Canada, Montreal. Abian ye stories about your technicians of Canada no. Yana hupa ba ko ani a friend Puku was a technician and Puku ya apply at the mano. Say na conference be air coso Canada na ya apply no man fa visa no amano you know that for the conference na a year the chi afia chi and the bankers the friend say Canadian embassy no afrom Canadian High Commission afrom say ne unfund passport emra but no one had no number and sa bank statement on the coin no na bank media nti bank no and on my friend no say obi apply for Canadian visa nti afi na tabla so say omode ebaman nti on fan passport number so kwa omo nye passport nto nti omo wi a na omo the passport no o de kwa na omo the stamp na ati and I was na conference na me ko no ehwe last year conference enti I'm trying. No, quite 10 years. Wow. Now, 1 year, Any chance in Yame, so I say, obey idea boy, he will just do it. 1 year conference now, Kono. I knew him, yet they gave him the visa. And they Vancouver or Canada. Sana we saw Montreal. But my son, who is also 4 years today, Jaden Awa Ohini Jan. Today you are 4 years. I'm wishing you happy birthday from your mom and dad, Mr. and Mrs. Samuel Awa Tabi. Wishing you a happy birthday. This is your pure morning drive. Now, I don't want to glorify this, but I've seen something that has a logo of Metro TV and GMG. It says party affiliations, national and swing regions. 60% of NDC supporters want Honorable Sam George as flag bearer for 2028, according to Musa Dankwa. I don't want to believe that.
But one thing I want to say happen of late in the NDC media friends, they are turning against them.
The media friends of NDC, they are turning against them.
When they want to turn against the party, they start with individuals.
Okay.
With the party, but as soon as they are here, they back. One day, as I want to alcohol.
Why won't you commend them? Say these are true journalists. Say we are the pa umbeka, we are the boniswa umbeka. So yes, I support the party. Yes.
These are media friends. They built a cartel to enjoy from the party. The moment they get disappointed,
it's not that they get disappointed. They will get disappointed based on what you told them.
Based on their personal interest.
Not personal interest.
Some of them, as some more can Kusi say a personal attack. Personal attack because
of personal things. I also want to catch
personal things. I catch one day. There are media people. I want you to say they are close to government. They are close to powers, and yet they want us to believe say and at time when Nipa Mubarak for 5,000. Now Mubarak a person for 5,000. Ain't your mama the cash for 5,000.
Okay.
They were saying it on TV station. As if Mubarak on a Muntakan by the person of 5,000, and yet are buying and your parliament approve that.
That was a public knowledge.
But they are doing that to deceive you. And because a personal attack on power, I don't know the alcohol because a man police, young Fino to never be Saudi. There are some of them who are doing that.
Okay.
No one on piece of them. How come so editor of a paper? Editor of a paper purporting say Mubarak, the embassy of Fenipa. And he's saying say young fag protocol. If a protocol ID. Agent.
All right. Some changes say Asqua Opposite Osum Asqua as the secretary for the constituency. But Grovobi said down here, oh, so I say, never knew her. Maybe I a politician, we are book, but that's not what you need. What you need is people who can save you. What you need people are dream party on yes a constituency no and they serve the party in every capacity and the baby or Kuma party no. These are the people you need for your future ambitions and yeah I say you my father bag mami kita and my say that's not what you need.
Yes,
you need to build hey ma why fool hey ma you don't need that. Maybe I say party that you need to build the party. I've written something about that the parties win elections. Sometimes it's not the flag bearer or the leader, but the party itself. Even though yes, flag bearer I want a contribution there, leaders won't contribute. But when you don't have a formidable party, no matter what you do, no matter how fantastic, how brilliant or animation as a presidential candidate in ACT. So when NDC are rally behind President Mahama, because President Mahama as a person, now he has been destroyed. Cry one day, just no can't cry. I want to show that as a President Mahama to say, oh, baby, the president how? But the party rallied behind him, and they forgot about him, and then they campaigned as a party, and they won. So that's sorry.
Yeah.
Watching
the legend Dr. Amejo.
I was Ecclesiastes, a Bible, a cassette. There is time for everything.
Sure.
Now I'm call Ayaskwa, Ayankwadana, Honorable Regional Minister, a former years are painting the bridge national. They are visual as Nkwada. There's time for everything. Dear project, and I like the way I prepare grounds.
Sure.
So there are several senior high schools on by. We will begin with them.
Sure.
Yeah. Time for everything. And me bo regional minister mayor me bomb also. But this is the beginning of a new dawn. This is the beginning. Most of my folk kakas in India for painting on any here. Nadia here. Dear partner here. She say that's why some painting petrol the better one. Anti petrol, but it is all money. And it's not just Adena Uno Hono. Me, I'm not looking at the paint and the color. No, I'm looking beyond that. I'm looking the symbolism. I'm looking at the value, protecting our culture, reliving our identity and history. Okay, that creativity, I want, and no, and actually, is an entire classroom. So no walk over to us who say, and man, away there is an opportunity for you to explain your history to the kids in the car.
Sure.
So you know, and you're painting, but it's a lived history, and I was okay. Now,
yes. Come on, we didn't make proceed. Yeah, legend Dr. Ibikano. Mama say Alajini or the other Muslims. Alajis or the Kakre Kamibanobiti. And I think that has been the feature of staunch Muslims. Muslims will bring, Ramadan to prepare themselves for the tax ahead. And the Alhajini, our Muslim brothers and sisters, they wish you more happy Eid and Ramadan Karim. Congratulations. I know it's not easy. I thought that was one day fasting Krana. Utima 2 p.m. at 2 o'clock. Na a common case into break along the way. The legend doctor, my member Dr. Frank Amwako Hinawaso. You are one person now champion a platform for visual art students. And I know say proposals in the Mabibri or you do actually. Me a Juma or the SHS for the artwork. The first thing that came to my mind is the legend dream. And Yankopon am quite be so a catch papa ya all lay grounds no. Because what I was looking at and say Sadi we na see no chinipa bebre adwea ko visual art students so legend me pe enkomo na within earlier no because we say Dr. Mwako hina mo platform ankola no de che enioma omo ye no mo showcase omo nioma to the world. We need to be very honest with this man. Me one person a de bia na me bash no say me hunu say akonyo oteso no eni kwa say social media say but legend ma me commend no we almost start say sa artwork no be kan bi nu anwumra otimi so live do be 1 hour na or display what is going there to the world. And I think say very commendable because artwork ankasa no the only language in the world that we are saying to say a universal language. Because universal because legend say obi can Spanish and Turkish no bagana na trouble for untumi nkai but we artwork there otimi interpret and understanding nipa ni hu image na enti we are saying to say artwork a universal language. And I think say based on that alone Dr. Mwako hina waya there then again eni kwa say ma refi say nkola we no bebre no or per exposure or per platform Edia showcase Adia no. In academia, we all know that there is always a gap between theory and practice. Adia ni actually unko. And I said, oh, the babo and the actual no practice unko. It is all the akwenya ne ba. Na kola na adia ni actually no on down idea. I think it's a plus. I saw Appear Studio there, and I think say, Mamen commend no. Also go donate 5,000 in support of the event.
1,000.
1,000 or the most Sparkas for. He gave 1,000 to Sparkas and crowd. I don't know, but I say Nkrana draw the Godfather, President Mahama, and a project name Dr. Mwako Heneyeno, or donated 5,000 in support of the event. Legend, why are dear Papa? And again, about the education aspect in our Nkrana platform, no, the exposure. Legend, one of the things was also Seviska. As Squires and the child were to the Biamanamo, Ubedu Ono, a fee waste na Sebi, or more mental issues now around that place. Now, with this artwork of Mayano, I'm a new look, a new face. And I think as also added to the beauty of the city. And said, okay, the younger said, Ubiame drew Bibia Keke. I think that they were guided because some of the Ashanti symbols, a Dinkranomo, and unity symbol, drawings, and any omanti. Today, I think that thumbs up to Dr. Frank Amoka and Wayade, very Wayade Papa, and we need to commend him. And I'm beginning to think that with the proposal and in Komo behind the scenes, you know, he would be one person. Also, be one commercial channel. I think that once he has gotten the foresight.
Or Bacoso at the man, also visual as Neo Bacon Fessing. Home economist.
Exactly.
Until Ashanti Festival, your food fair.
Exactly.
Until or Sunday, Sa and Quadaro. And also, I'm catering and home economics,
food and nutrition.
Also,
yeah, no, I mean, on the page, so say, or the Muso Bakacha Center.
Yeah,
no more big display of Muso cooking skills.
Yeah, exactly.
Legend is a plus for him. I think in issues like this, we put aside politics. Why are they? Why are they?
What kind of policies or count policies?
Yeah, Doctor Ayade. And your man are cut across everything. Education, economic value, beautification. And exposure no the man and legend advantage ya ozade man the party they say some of these kids obe fall for the party obi ama na konya weda and obe drawing na ye showcase am we are singing. So I think that why are they and other people are also close to him to support him because they know the painting, the colors and everything they need to do the work. Super. Legend me so mama kan interview na ya kakra maintaining Dr. Mapo or otherwise. I think that NPP and Dr. Bawumia any better alternative than to maintain honorable Matipoku Prempe. Makawa hadada. You might think say time where didn't buy and though mistakes be along the line. The casa be any utterances be, but said na Alhaj Ekano. Obia mature on the job. A lot of people, except for those who are not ready to learn. Because personally, I think that before so modern bano oko mentia South constituency honorable Matipoku Prempe one person na almost celebrating no nyina say the anymore no politics shouldn't be one person. I was a unya oman krofo nchen so nya bi and we one person were very generous, everybody knows it. Jumedia Udi bi amekai say proud to 2024 elections, research and elections officers before the elections. He met everybody in the region, he gave some resources. So I think that honorable Matipoku Prempe maintaining him at the best option. And so in moments like the legend, we are then now failure. Yeah, now you are being faced with a lot of challenges. As a twaso, as a sasano, me say best option is maintaining. Legend, utisi ni menshi yani Ashanti region.
Sango mo vini never.
I say na me we arsenal. Na udin ko mona meka say na say no makakakra. And I think say makawa happen say honorable Matipoku Prempe legend. What the principle now can say along the line Dr. Bawumia was given that opportunity to be maintained until maintaining a wait and we're very generous. And I think say UTC for more and Kobanko for DTR politicians partner say onye and wa mayen but the bad things will be catch say honorable Matipoku Prempe onye wa mano and I'm kono wen fimi me who enkrofo kra individuals are omo court ne why is able to assess them. And that is how you nurture and put up politics. Legend.
Yeah, but and that's it. Both analysis are cool. So and Nigeria, Dr. Bawumia. There are people who believe that okay, you are a changed man. You are going forward. You have lost a terrible elections, and if you are going forward. You don't have to go with the same style.
Exactly.
Mao Adoko lose elections.
You can't do same thing and get different result.
Exactly. There are other people who also think the consistency is a game plan.
Exactly.
So, and I'm going to say both theorists need
But legend, when you are subjected to options, there will always be the best option.
And the best option,
Exactly.
No, Papa, a big ticket. You might think that they're the best option. So, all the Nigeria, no Papa, so you shall allow him. Now, then his quite accent say, painting now will paint you or ask her. I'm not going to paint President Gufo and cow. Now, I will paint President Mahama. President Mahama, time near you. Let me tell you, Saturday we my catcher, and say a new beer, but the facts is to say it is Honorable Dr. Frank Amakohene and this idea has come many times. This idea, Abba, Tatum Cranes for like 100 grand those times, another idea by we should find something for Aseono. We should do those design. Now, I mean, for a custom show, won't you? Custom show, say, everybody, typical NPP panel, say, idea that every on one no matter what you do, if you cry, it happens to all politicians, kind of, but it's more principal. NPP for say, oh, man, idea. Of he said, the idea that I'm on one farm, you know. They all work at the same way. So who's all the movie? That's all implement here. Then what shall I come as oh, I do cry now, the cry now, and that's how they see idea. All the mayors they have come throughout this. We have Casas we are true. It is only Dr. Makohene, me Yamam Kajaro, Dr. Makohene, and I have not spoken to him, but when I saw I was happy because this thing
it's in line with the dream.
Catch Romo, yes, catch Romo, all the mayors and all the regions, catch Romo.
They didn't do it.
Oh, Shakai.
Legend, I think the recommendation was at the man. But I think baby, I must do with Dennis and say space with
space be anywhere.
I must say at work in about also there. Space be can't take President Kufo out.
Space be anywhere. And I was say Obiara can say.
But yesterday I saw them painting all the other places.
Yeah, all the one remove Obiara from Bianca and
I don't think say we have to because say intelligence also.
That's what we call where artist impression. If you go to sofa line, I say Raho, all works all. I am telling you, how complete museum for all the presidents from Kwame Nkrumah down to there be lights maybe come on. People are just lazy.
Join us back. Almost say. Attack
and street behind attack. I am saying, yes, because I'm denying the fact that they are attacking the power. But men can say, because they are attacking the power, on the street, people attack people on the street. And now,
government puts money back for easy. When they put in some security measures,
security lights now, what did the officer Ghana need? Utimifa. Grassroots.
And then Ghana for
they wrestle. And I'm Ghana for Subana, and they wrestle. So
I did what Mr. can say. I think Mr. in politics say. Me here, do say, I'm Rebiano. You better criticize Namibia. As a policy, if I'm in opposition, I don't see anything good with one government. Listen, for the first time under Fourth Republic, you're being minister well less than 40 years to head the region. If I don't Germany say back, some of us say, oh, share engine now. This region, don't hear the capital. But region is because the king, I want Ghana,
exactly. Pressures will happen.
1 year will be a very strategic maturity, very, very important. And then you put a Bible lead, you should be matured. Send about 1 year conflict to be with the kingdom.
Exactly.
Because apart from the kingdom, the paramount chiefs are more Kruma, they are more than 18 or 20.
Exactly.
and hollow paramatives will be out here question academic background. So them are lawyers, medical doctors, professors and go. And they say also now ba or challenge. The other by any say oh and Frank Amakwini I shall know about you. Minister Bayero, he brought himself down. And I just say I will go in line with Senna part Ebeboa Amabanu Makoyi. He has been everything to mention. Then initiative I will take Kibiaro and good.
Yeah.
Some of us were questioning the TikTok relationship. But you realize it's all question the Facebook caller and the TikTok caller. Our followers over 700,000. I will follow no. And already so we program this in life. Then we have a channel. So that to me 50k, 70k there on live with him. Now we discuss issues. And then we saw our baby girls who are diploma and D&D. You find a man by a time of let's sometimes accept initiatives. The way you know, everyone through him and our comfort.
Now let me share this one with you.
Yeah.
The Facebook na and I say social media na also. And yeah, by mistake or in the second masters. The masters no topic or on a dissertation on social media and the impact of social media in contemporary life, especially with a politician. And in Yamana practicing the CIANO as a result of his recommendation on how leaders and politicians could effectively use social media to their advantage. You know, yes, CA. So also, or Pussy Adibia, he won the reaction. Okay? Be away Pussy Adibi. Never knew about also, they were governance issues. We are development in Kumasi. We are personal. Because we want people to know, say, he is not a human being. So I have my interests. And you are not on the keyboard as you. That's a personal one. He wants reactions. Why not go just shop me? Now also it's a personal one. But aside that, me and I not all the gada. The kind of feed our own criticisms niano a bois a money they follow us, you know, a costo. A conscious and proper policy or no a recommendation for no antithesis. I watch I know you know what
it's working for him. The way
and you feel me or TikTok or was she a home home master's degree.
You'll be disappointed. The guy is doing things.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you, but my little concern is when you keep on doing something for a very longer period of time, consistently fatigue sets in.
Fatigue,
me want to say okay. I thought that is about development in Kumasi. Sometimes it will be about government issues, but your topic, next subject matter, you don't bring them on board.
The see point is that where is social media?
Social media
platform.
Exactly, legend.
I receive your own platform.
Legend, I get a point, but then whatever he does defines him for the future.
Yeah.
And I know secondly, even in the world, your countries go or apply for visa. They have to go through what is written over a period of time. And in as much as you're commending, moderation is key. Legend. Social media and so tonight there. And if you are not careful, you also be taken away. I agree with you because particularly with this project and Kolano artwork, viral. It's all over. Or because okay, you maybe I add it up. And all numbers are a lot of people are getting access to these kits. But that notwithstanding, I think that it still ought to be very mindful of Enyoma or Chro and in the content or display. That is what I would say. We are human.
With this painting, so you paint away a very good initiative. Send an or plans or pursue another. But why would mad in the GD? People decided to oppose it. Could be a cry in China and discuss it. But when the opposition sets in, and everyone says, "I didn't know cry." Yeah, people begin to go look for the debate away. Then sometimes the opposition should be minimal. You minimizing. I didn't want to be
about on this particular initiative, I think legend, but on this one, a lot of people
opposition for now. A
lot of people are commending him for this one.
But others are saying, "Oh, how can you commend minister for just painting?"
Oh, daddy.
I don't know because some of now come and say, oh yeah.
And look at the legend.
Oh yeah, if you
clarify, say, don't take it as just at work. With the importance and the benefits attached to it.
Emma Jobek, and look very beautiful painting.
Oh, now say we all. When you go and read Sustainable Development Goals, goal number 11. The goal number 11 talks about sustainable cities and how cities in the world can be sustained. One of the few legal ways for your city to be sustained, say, you mitigate the effects of visual pollution.
Sure.
And some of the strategies, in any way. In fact, they started all the way in Sao Paulo. There was a Mayobi, their friend Gilberto Kassab, 2007. Then he promulgated a law, say, complete a ban on outdoor advertising. And he ma billboards ezikrum ho. Sa posters for even the frontage of shops krano one who can so much udine shop ni din ewo ho. Uyini nyina. In fact, there was a legal tussle because he had a huge fight with advertising companies. But he used the people and let them know, say, Sao Paulo is a traditional city. We have a lot of, you've hired an architect. Just we see Diana or no the style I see Diana. We see that we are nowadays plywood, a church or nema, so you don't even see the beauty of Diana. You know what's happening. And what they did, where slums were and places are, they can cover up with other things. And places are not acquire basabasano. Then he hired the people, artists, for them to do these mural paintings. Just I want to bridge saying that's clean. Is one way of mitigating the effects of visual pollution. And that's also way and I make no. You see we new home my PhD is on visual pollution.
Exactly.
And these are the things that I've been recommending that the city should go. You see, when they come, regional ministers and mayors, they are thinking of Eja. They are thinking of their bridges, those huge projects. I keep saying, sir, and your man kitting and a macro full. Capital and your man kitting, the Victoria, and yet Abrasantin team be no ho, but the place, flower cacrawa, green space cacrawa, sa painting be a maybe I over to my rest, okay, and your Abrasantin no, but the grass now, honey, one that's a phone, and the mark came yesterday,
sure.
Okay, so and yet never I'm buying your bridge by any be into Kakara one so and day. Yamana fee.
Was a cushion.
And no nama, correct, a dumo, correct, process I full war, but I deserve processing that you're whining near Drodros animal with me. Oh, Gakruba Enjeve. This is the beginning. And the man has had that when you are suicide, yes, I don't know. What are you talking about?
I've not seen what I've seen is people commending him. Because so we know number one, minimum deal but on Koji, Scabian free baby. And on your budget, said okay, an initiative loud say na why fee before then na what to say. I think that with the legend, irrespective of the political affiliations, and he's done well. He's done well.
The kind of motivation on the man
and the platform legend. They don't get any opportunity.
I know
or display the scholar onya and then about public aside the camera is so from some world recognition. So I think that in the long run, Obenya benefit for the party. So for this legend, I think this is a plus for him. It's a plus for him.
Legend, a year ago, say 2 years ago, and I'm looking for association by building a tomato factory. Currently, they have 3 factories purposely for tomato processing. I'm sure Burkina Faso consciously I make sure some produce tomatoes a day. The reason why I kind of call for the guys tomatoes is say maybe there are 2 or 4 a week or so our tongue and say as soon as I think the money salad is trying that in Amopeno and then the all tones so the risk of losing it low that compared to that of Ghana and so on bar snodging then to switch the money to NTB and I say and I shall not answer to say Burkina for them. Again, Burkina Faso a country by quarter of the Burkina Faso desert. Apart from that, more than 20% of Burkina Faso is in the hands of rebels. Kruno and Shada and Musama, the rebels open on Mero. Yet Burkina Faso produces enough tomatoes. I'm going to export to. Now you're going to go find other countries to call Ecuador. Now, I'm also exporting enough for them. They want to process it into a tin tomato and supply, adding value to make more money. Selling it at the raw stage in the future, doesn't give them enough money. I'm okay. Now they want to add value to it to make more money. I'm gonna move from more production to adding value. Yeah, square one since time just producing tomatoes. Then the question is now we say London legend what do I do tomatoes it's because I buy a program for it. Yes, I planting for food and job no. And they might say, oh, be able to apply now. Okay, say more or less like a political job. Like what they do in Burkina Faso now, they are converting incarceration into work, converting instead of detaining you, or more community service to do. Say no, Obish Burkina Faso prison. Now they be 5 years. Like I say, your 5 acre of land, the person, oh yeah, a bro, so they will reduce your sentence from 5 years to maybe 2 years. And it is the okay demo. Odi bedo. Don't know you are free. And then the farm become yours. I wanna buy a namoche. There are over 2,000 to 3,000 prisons. Or my you free prison. I'm gonna make a filter. I be more brew. I be more tomatoes. I be more na I be more efficient. And your government policy. And your abide fan to our for say, oh my BA policy here. As a Ghana, yes, government create an enable environment for people to do business. I want yes, Anna. Traore ono akasa na eye I say omo one of the big farmers on friend say Shandam farm a military for na aye omo ana ye mo farm some of the roads are constructed and kwan ye no a military for na akasa and aye let us say for be kaya kasa be fa akruma na these tractors heavy military paint color no musu they are using the military to do it. So listen, any pound Ghana can also equally do that. You agriculture the other thing they engage on this agriculture that they know and what are they waiting for? Listen, only me I just a chroma and I'm support this inti. Obe could be a Greek power we national service or person or no airport. Also money national service or airport. A Greek student or person some news airport or you be bro and I said you go I don't know. So government should make a plan say now we also want to enter into agriculture and chroma. We used to have farmland, government state farms and chroma. You know this blueprint in that but we started to abandon it and legend I bet you will be a broker as a craft and because a bono farmer. Because they want to add value to it. Maybe I'm going to add value to it. We are selling it at the raw stage for years. Let's add value to go and make money. We can do it. And now, you're a poor country. See, Burkina Faso, Canada book room, the Babatoni, Fugune, Toma. I remember my father, one of my fathers, Alasliman, and his own recipes. No, the tube. Tube, old tube by Emperor Ghana, not the Burkina Faso. Now one of my father large amba or large amba. Now or the car, half of the car in a broom, prior pan and do good Burkina Faso. Sir Empire friends Ruko Jumay. The day that can from Pabis Ruko Jumay, a house of my friend Kativa. I don't know, Amodi Wuran and Guyana Wow as a grass. Now I spotted Burkina Faso. In the late 80s and early 90s, yeah, it's animated at Burkina Faso. And then we import tomatoes from Burkina Faso. La Côte d'Ivoire is on per life crown. You can import them and because we say West Africa, one of countries are more per life. Let's the Bagacho, La Côte d'Ivoire. If I don't have a shot,
what him say? Gradually, I did. I was developing an article about. They say civilization began in Egypt. So what is today? What is civilization?
It's a move from Egypt.
Okay, so. If civilization a beginning or how Egyptians what have they done about civilization? So sometimes it's not about the origin
of it.
Of Adeno, but how you can use whatever is exactly. Yeah, Dr. Mako, you know, and yet a new thing.
No,
yes, a new baby.
Sure.
Okay, but he has been able to adapt it for it to be suitable in our context
at this particular moment.
Exactly. Okay. Now, Adebia Ghana started to be the Jamu.
Exactly.
Yanyum high life. Say na year for us high life change. Modia. And so high life na area. Movies, African movies, African movies are. Yani they can at first and nafty. Oh, I can't come time. Nigeria for they can tell you. And they all nafty says here Wakra about 60% of the students in Nigeria about.
And then you'll be catch them say the movie I told you so. I'm so on the first movie. Yeah, show videos. Obimu kasawa cam.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah.
The car is moving. Now what is it? I'm for the. I'm going to come again.
Ghana. Ghana production. Okay. Young football. Ghana was a continental champions. When was the last time I young?
Yes.
It be. Idea bia chassis bia no. It's gone. And the other civilization began in Egypt. No.
Yeah, but legend, I think that any can say you must have trajectory to us. So they said they are large dinkumwe. DNC ya ene Burkina say oh my emfa tomatoes emma ebe create problem wa. All because we didn't work on food security.
Enyo say Cote d'Ivoire akosombo ya mo only 10%.
Yes.
Amu tia 10%. Tuma mutsi se be akosombo no. They pay for only 10%, so we give them only 10% of Akosombo. They have used the 10% of that. Not like you. They have the 10% there. They have built 7 dams. A more thermal plant. Babies, we go there and go and borrow the 10% back. We pay them back.
Legend, bad practice.
Cocoa, Ghana, and the Shas and cocoa. Cocoa, West Africa. They came to pick the technology from Ghana and the Cote d'Ivoire today. Yeah, you over around 700,000 tons. They are over 2.4. They have overtaken us.
Legend, Sani Omana Yenye no. And I did be any problems I discuss. Because at a point in time, for instance, and government work. Ubenya doctor, nurse, teacher. I also call Bosin alone. No, we tomatoes nibi. But this I said DNC. The Kusi and say got to a point of which or do tomatoes na ebebano onye obi kura no wato. Very good. Esa be busu so a government ntimi memu say bia e scanner di share mu at least meto amwanya na okoboka. And kill omunyina interest. Because leadership that is a problem. A problem is leadership. Legend, I also taking drastic decisions.
If you take a planting for food and jobs, now really chain the synergy. I don't see why Ghana is a failure.
Sure.
Around by under the planting for food and jobs, no say no. ENCC air warehouses. Okay, so the warehouses were meant to say, Sebia surplus beer. We keep them in the warehouses.